Hi guys, it's a Chook Man and Hogan. Say hello, Hogs. Everyone loves Hogan. I love his name. When we adopted him, I asked him what his name was, and they turned around and they said Hulk Hogan, and I went, "What? Hogan? What a grouse name after Hulk Hogan." And this is before Hulk Hogan passed away. We've had him for nearly 2 years now, and he's a beautiful dog. He's a rescue dog. I can't fault him. Yes, he's got a lot of what do you say, critical PTSD dogs in dog terms, but we're slowly working on that and giving him a life that he deserves and showing him all human beings are not as cruel as what he thinks they are. Because once dogs get traumatized, it's hard to work with them, but you work with them and you work it out in the end. Guys, I talk to a lot of different people in this world as I walk my dog, and there's no harm in talking to people. There's no law that says you can't. And we talk a lot about a lot of interesting things, and a lot of people turn around and go, "Oh, you look strong, you look fit." Well, I'm not. I've had a lot of health issues in my journey on this planet. But I'll tell you what's got me through all this: mind power. If you put your mind to anything in life, you can achieve anything you want. Now, I'm a living example of a human being. I think I'm human anyway. I might be an alien for all I know. Who knows? Just joking there, guys. Getting back, because I just got off the track. Getting back to looking fit. I don't think I look fit or healthy or whatever. I don't know. You guys keep commenting and say, "Gee, you look strong and fit." In the mind, I am. But when I was in my 30s, I took a hemorrhage in the brain, if you can say that, a bleed on the brain. What's that word? An aneurysm. I was drinking and smoking. And don't forget, I don't do that anymore. This is back in my 30s, and I had a bleed on the brain. What had happened is that it turned into a blood clot in my brain, and it popped. Thank God, because I wouldn't be here today telling my story. And it just goes to show you that the human brain is so powerful, how it can heal after having a bleed on the brain in my 30s. I'm 56 now. I'm just talking about the human brain and how strong it is and how it runs our body. If we tell our brain and educate ourselves and think positive, we can do anything. You know, I never thought I would be where I am today. And it's to do with willpower and going forward. And no one, I don't care who you are, no one, not the Prime Minister, not the Pope, not the king or queen, is going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve in life, and that's to be happy. I spent many years being sad, and now it's all about what the Chook Man wants to do in his life, and there's a lot of things I want to do and achieve. Getting back to the brain, the stroke I had on my brain, it was through smoking and drinking and not looking after myself. That's why I gave up the alcohol. The alcohol is bad news. If it doesn't hit you when it's young, it will hit you when you get to your 60s and 70s. And if you want to go away when you hit 50s and 60s and you want to go camping and you want to go all over the world, look after your mental health and look after your body. I don't know what the correct word was, after having all my brain injuries and having a bleed on the brain. I shouldn't be where I am today, but I am. There's a reason behind everything, I suppose. And I love having conversations with people, and they tell me their story, and I tell them my story, and they're amazed. Some people go, "Gee, look." I lived a hard and fast life, as you've all gathered. Once you read all my blogs, you have to read all my blogs to get my big picture. I was one of the lucky ones that survived all that. There's a lot of kids that were on the streets when I was 16. They're no longer here. They gave up in life. They either took drugs, popped pills, or drank alcohol, and they're no longer here. Someone said to me, "Have you ever met someone that you lived on the streets with back then?" No, I haven't. Um, Most of those young kids, when I was 16, they were 16 and younger. Unfortunately, half of them passed away, which was a kick in the guts. And when they started doing that in St Kilda, I started travelling. I started hitchhiking around Australia. Yeah, I have got a story or two. Brain injuries, my mental health, my health issues. But I still don't give up. And that's what life's all about going forward. Never give up in life. You can have a shit day today, but tomorrow's going to be a good day. That's the only way you can deal with your life, guys. Um, I don't ask for much. Long as I've got my dog and my partner and food in my mouth and clean clothes on my shoulders, I'm happy. Yeah, I might go through my critical PTSD moods and my depression, but somehow I I beat it. I won't let it win, and I lose. I lost a lot growing up as a young boy into a manhood. I lost it all. I'm not losing anymore. So I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to go and do what I want to do, not what other people want me to do. And that's how I roll, guys. Um, Life is what you make of it, you know. You give up, where you going to go? You're not going to go nowhere. You have to go forward in life. We never walk backwards in life. You know, we walk forward in life. We never walk backwards the way we come. We always go forward and we fight for our rights. And I'm not talking violence either. I'm talking sticking up for your rights with your mouth and talking professionally. You can cut people down with words of wisdom. You don't have to be violent. You show them a bit of knowledge and a bit of wisdom in your talking, and they know what and they understand what you're talking about. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that conversation. But having a bleed on the brain in my 30s and having acquired brain injuries, I'm very. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. I'm very lucky because, you know, some people have one brain injury and it's game over. And I say that respectably. Not only that, I've had multiple brain injuries. I've had strokes, one stroke on the brain where I bled out. And I'm still here and I'm still talking sense. Yeah, I might waffle on a bit, but that's just a chook man. How he rolls. Alright, guys, as I always say, look after your mental health and have a great day. And stand up for what you believe in too, guys. I just thought I'd chuck that one in.